Hey, what's up people of YouTube? Welcome to my new series, Caught in the Storm. A series where I review / showcase games with the hopes that it piques your interest in the hopes that you will try it out one day. So, kind of what I've been doing with my previous videos, but now it has a name. So pop the champagnes, everybody! Today, we will be talking about VIII Lacrimosa Of Dana, an action-adventure RPG developed and published by Nihon Falcom. These guys actually helped pioneer the action RPG genre alongside Squaresoft and Enix, so I think it's a safe bet to say they know what they're doing when it comes to action RPGs. So, let's start the show. Now I know what you're thinking. Chris, I see that number 8. That means it's the 8th game. So do I have to play the other games in order to understand the story? And to that I say, no. You can play VIII as a standalone game without any prior knowledge of the series and be perfectly fine. The only thing prior knowledge does is give you some kind of fan service during certain scenes like, hey, remember that place? Wasn't it crazy? Our story begins with our main character, Adol Kristen, on a ship with his best friend Dogi, on their way to Eurasia. Now what is Eurasia? I have no clue, but it's where we're going to in this story, when all of a sudden, a giant squid comes out of nowhere and destroys the ship. Adol, having main character immunity, lives through the incident and is stranded on an island. After waking up, Adol explores the island and reunites with Dogi and finds other castaways such as Laxia, a young noble girl, Captain Barbaros, the captain of the Lombardia, the ship that sank, Sahad, a strong fisherman with a heart of gold, Hummel, a mysterious transporter who takes his job too seriously, and Ricotta, a young girl who likes to take life on the wild side. There are many other castaways that you find, but these guys are like the main ones. Captain Barbos soon tells us that we are on the Isle of Siren, a mysterious island that is uninhabited by humans because of the island's natives, the Primordials, savage creatures that attack anyone in their homes. Captain Barbos also tells us that there must be other castaways on the island, and that Adol should explore the island in order to find any other castaways, and also look for a way off the island. With Dogi and Captain Barbos staying behind to protect their makeshift village, Adol sets out to begin his journey to find all the castaways. But as Adol travels through the island, he begins to get mysterious visions of a young girl named Dana. So now we must explore the island for the missing castaways, find a means of escape, and discover the truth behind the Isle of Siren and Adol's visions. To me, this game's simple premise is a great hook to pull you into the story. Forced to explore the island, you are encouraged to explore every nook and cranny for a means of escape and to find other castaways. But as you explore, the island opens up and so many mysteries come to light that by the time you beat the game and see the plot transform from something so simple to something you don't even recognize anymore. What is happening? VIII is, like mentioned before, an action RPG, but it isn't just that. It's an open world hack and slash action RPG. You take control of Adol and the others and explore the island with almost complete liberty. As you explore through the world, you encounter enemies that you must fight. Combat in VIII is actually one of my favorite things in the world because it's easy to pick up but hard to master. You have a basic attack combo that is quick but does little damage, and then you have a huge variety of special moves that are very powerful but cost SP. These are executed by pressing R1 plus one of the face buttons. You even have a special move that is known as an extra skill that can only be used when the extra gauge is filled. And that fucking ends everything! But the inhabitants of the Isle of Siren don't take you attacking them so kindly. So of course you've gotta defend yourself. Enter Flash Guard and Flash Move. So something that you probably have noticed by now is that whenever you use a skill, your character flashes ever so slightly. Well, that's actually triggered whenever you press R1 by itself, but it doesn't matter, okay? If you get hit during this time period, you will trigger Flash Guard. During the time that Flash Guard is up, you will be invincible and every attack will be a crit. Flash Move is essentially the same thing, except if you dodge at the right time, time will slow down, you get SP faster, and you attack twice as fast. Now, Sit down, my friends, because your good friend Professor Chris is gonna drop some hard knowledge on you, alright? So, remember the extra skill? How it does immense damage? And remember that the Flash Guard gives you invincibility plus crits on everything? So, let's get crazy, okay? Extra skill plus Flash Guard equals... But wait, there's more! If you execute Flash Move in the slow time, you can execute Flash Guard, and then you fucking get extra skill, and then everything just fucking dies! I'm sure by now you've noticed that next to both the enemy and your health bar, there's some kind of symbol. Well, that's your attack type. There are 3 attack types in general: Slash, Strike, and Pierce. If you hit a strike enemy with Pierce or a Slash type, then you do damage or you just can't damage them in general. So you gotta attack them with a strike type until you break through their defenses. At that point, anyone can just open a can of whoop ass. Also, if you do enough damage to the enemy, you can stun them, leaving them in a super vulnerable state where you can just do some easy damage and it's just like, yeah! Let's do this! Eat dick, bitch! I enjoy this game's combat a lot because of the huge degree of customization I have when it comes to my special skills loadout. You have a bunch of skills that do different things, like some hit hard, some stun the enemies faster, and some break through enemy defenses easier. So it's really up to you on how you decide to handle the situation. Plus, if you can read the enemy's movements and react accordingly to their attacks, then you could just never be touched again thanks to Flash Guard and Flash Move, and god damn, that's a good feeling! Okay, so I gotta say that the graphics of VIII are good, but they're nothing to write home about. Now, that doesn't mean that the game looks bad, but in my opinion, it doesn't have the oomph that many other games in the same genre have. But what this game does have is a banging soundtrack, blood-pumping music for boss fights, exhilarating music for when you're exploring dungeons, and just really good world music in general when just exploring the world. Like, seriously, the music in this game is actually fucking amazing, and I highly recommend that you pay attention to the soundtrack while playing the game, or just listen to the soundtrack in your free time, because holy fuck! Okay, so let's wrap this video up. VIII is an excellent action-adventure RPG. Its simple plot can easily hook you into the game and keep you enticed as you progress through it. The combat, like mentioned before, is easy to learn but hard to master and encourages experimentation through its wide variety of skills, which all serve a different purpose. Plus the music. The music, oh my god, it's just amazing! Like, honestly, if you enjoy action RPGs, then I highly recommend VIII, or better yet, any of the Ys games. VIII is available on the PS4, Nintendo Switch, PS Vita, and PC for around $60. But word around the grapevine is that the PS4 and the Switch versions are the most stable versions, so, you know, go for those. Now, do yourself a favor and try out VIII. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As you can tell from the last time, I managed to get off the moon, but now I crash landed on Earth and I got on this island, and the only way for me to get back home is to get on this cruise ship. But here's the thing, the cruise ship only moves towards me if you like the video, so do me a favor, you guys, and like the video, please. I need to get home.